really don't know how much I can do.
There is another.
What? Well, let's go. Let's go take a look at that one.
I don't think that's a good idea. So no. Let's head back to camp.
What do you mean, not a good idea? Would you not want to get out of here? Would you want to be trapped on this planet forever? Would your crew want to stay here? I mean, if there's even the smallest chance of us getting out of here, we need to take a look at that gate.
Alright. Be ready to leave at first dawn. We have one hell of a long ride.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Julie, I'll be back in about 2 days. Hopefully not too later than that. Hold down the fort,
The hell
please.
I will. I'm more expendable than you are. You need to stay here and I need to go.
That's not happening. I need you here. When Martin shows up, I want him here. He owes us some answers.
I don't care about Martin. He's the one that got our entire crew jeopardized to
I
begin
need
with.
my pit bull here. Flyboy's out looking for him. I want Martin held here when I get back. Do you understand?
Oh, I understand. And I can hold him all right. Just don't ask me how.
We have a hard ride ahead of us, about a full day's. I hope you're prepared.
Got my supplies, so yeah, let's do it.
Sorry you had to witness that back there. Julie really is a warm-hearted person once you get to know her.
Could have fooled me. So, I gotta ask, how long did you serve for?
Excuse me?
Well, no RIM captain would say at ease, so yeah, that giveaway, you served somewhere at some point.
I was born in the SFF. That means I was raised in a military co-op. I never knew my parents, and as an adult I was assigned to a rogue unit. That's where I met my crew.
Rogue unit? What's rogue unit?
Well, it's not a very well-kept secret. We're assigned to go in wherever there is unrest and stir the pot, so to speak. You know, it's just as long as violence starts up, they don't care. They disavow any knowledge of our activities, so we were pretty much on our own. But a rogue unit isn't allowed to retire. They're eliminated.
Eliminated? Well, I guess loose ends and plausible deniability.
Yeah. Anywho, my crew and I, we kinda left before our turn came, and we bought the Zarkov and have been basically an independent contractor ever since.
That does explain some things.
What it doesn't explain, that droid you spoke of,
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you whether it was after us or after our cargo. I don't know. Both are possible. That rock cliffing over there?
Yeah.
That's where we're headed. Downriver.
Okay.
Spanner, what does being alive mean?
Well, let's see, that question has become quite a bit more difficult to answer as of late. The alive definition has shifted quite a bit since the dawn of AI, but I would have to say the definition of being alive is probably the fear of losing it, I would say.
Am I alive?
Well, let's see, do you remember a couple of days back when we were traveling through that desert and we were at that water pool and I was joking about it would kill us both, and right there you were afraid that we would die, so you didn't want to die. So yeah, I think you are, yeah.
If one of us dies, what happens to the other?
I don't know, Lucy. I really don't have a clue. Let's just not think about that. It's not gonna happen. We're fine. We will survive.
We're almost there, I promise.
Finally.
Just around these rocks up ahead.
Good, because it's kind of starting to get dark. I can barely see where we're going here.
Oh, I warned you it was going to be a long ride.
That you did.
The wolves are tired, too.
Yeah, they've been doing all the work. I bet they
Well,
could use a break.
I bet your legs are tired, and maybe your butt as well. I know I'm tired after a long ride.
Yeah.
Well, everything looks secure. We'll continue on by raft tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah.
We
Definitely
set
time
up-
for a stop.
Yeah, we set up these forward camps while we were exploring and setting up, looking for resources.
Okay. Looks like a nice little encampment here.
We should be safe. Since we've been trading stories here, what's yours? Why would you let yourself be implanted like that? I mean, I asked Roger one time, and he just sort of shrugged.
Well, basically it started when I was little. My parents were always traveling around from station to station, never really settling anywhere, so all I had to do all day was tinker around, and basically I had to fix stuff. Like, if you're on long flights, all you have is yourself to fix stuff, so it was only logical for me to become an engineer, and, well, the perks of being an engineer is that you get the implant, which helps you do your job. You can get live updates of what you're fixing if it's working, and you can interface with the systems. It's just nice and it works. And the other upside is you get somebody to talk to. I mean, you get lonely out there if you're on a space station fixing the life support and nobody else is around, and it's nice to have somebody to talk to.
And your AI can carry on conversations?
Well, it took me 8 years, but she finally calls me Spanner, so that's something. And as of late, the conversations with Lucy have become quite a bit more interesting, so yeah, she's kept me company all those years.
So basically, she's a break in your loneliness. I can understand that.
I have never been without you, Spanner. What's it like to be lonely?
Well, Lucy, loneliness is isolation, so nobody to talk to, nobody to interact with, it's just you, all by yourself. I guess for you, it's how you've lost the ability to talk to the Harbinger. That's what it's like.
I see. I don't like that.
Did your AI just ask you about loneliness?
Yeah, lately she's been full of surprises. So, Captain, what can you tell me about this nanovirus?
Well, I was debriefed on it when we went to pick it up. Back at the beginning of the 21st century, there were two sciences, nanotech and genetically engineered viruses. Somewhere around 100 years ago, somebody got the brilliant idea of combining the two sciences.
Sounds like a brilliant idea.
I'm sure it was. Actually, it's been used in cleaning up toxic waste and terraforming quite successfully for a very long time. The problem,
Okay, so not so bad.
well, the problem with this is that it evolves very quickly. And that's why the treaty that we spoke of set out purge cycles in which were mandatory that this thing would be cleansed, purified, and brought back under control. The colony where this was found, and it appears to have been a settlement of squatters in an old mine. I don't know what they were using it for, but they did not adhere to any of the purge cycles, and it evolved.
Oh boy.
I arrived at the station to pick it up with the charge of destroying it, bringing it to the disposal site. I went in to be debriefed, as I just said, and then they gave me a sort of quick tour of this place. And it was not pretty. Every man, woman, and child had been contaminated and killed by this virus. Parents murdered their own children. Others committed suicide.
This is awful.
They were planning a mass grave, a mass cremation. I'm not quite sure what they were going to do with the bodies. I didn't care. I just wanted to get out of there. Of all the things I've seen in my life, that memory is going to stand out for a very long time. And I fear with those snails, Martin somehow brought the contagious with us. And that virus is here too.
Well, that's rather worrying. What will you do with Martin?
What? Do you mean, will I kill him?
Yeah?
Yes, if I have to. I don't want to. I don't know how this is going to play out.